Gifty or remains a year papa or say asibe abusuya NSS ghost names scandal. And then a whole sem about just say enya sem ketwa. Ye tema me in some watch. Nene de abusuya omotira share after a year legal vacation. After legal vacation. Gifty or remains the case no abusuya a fast track. Yes. Abusuya we dey ma mekasa wa ma mekasa nyetete pese ya yoko na yetie ensem aba abonten. Yentie ensem aba abonten ye wi avode ase be kire adwen e wo ye comment section na hada so aye be media giche be se wa se enne ede de de ka woni twa channel so ni de no go kwan so ye be se wa so be subscribe e de amailable notification bell so pop ka update yenko ne kokotie eye document a e cheso o ma twen e de aba abonten o ma brumu nsem na ensem a ewo eye document mu na abusuya wo tibia wo yem ebe hyew. We are a very emotional person. I'm Jimmy, so we TSA and some way amanasi. Mama young call na yinti everybody else ever chair. You had a say a baby there, judge. You know, massive.
No National Service Authority. At me crime scene. I'm here to me a bo. Yeah, say you want papa. Yeah, mabuna you want papa. Ya kosku ewie. Ni yase ba be sumo man no ti bu maye bibi kitwe bi ti se ntete anum ne ye fa enhwehwe ye hafa no mo tumi aboye krono na me no ka se na tani general te ho no mo no aka ne nsa why said waka ne na to so how do you tell me that why say and our system no waka ne na to so and what the session de dem do fam and waka say hey international service for more than 1 year, almost 2 years. We are taking any action against the National Service Authority. Then it means that our attorney system is becoming very weak. Our justice system is becoming very weak in our country. Except otherwise, sir, the Attorney General, NJ the forensic audit report, and I saw NJ Auditor General, and I saw the name I dream when never be real. I don't understand this Revelations way. Now come back to the system, bra, yemrefi. And I'm happy, sir. Godwin will sit down and tell me, say, no, JB, this is what everybody is saying. You can't the same thing that we are going to get the same result. Let's think outside the box. The foot from family. Something that nobody is talking about it. And how many of Ghanaians, how many of our journalists, and the name said, Auditor General are publishing the forensic report of the National Service Authority, our websites. Then he comes up with this. I said, JB Yeka was it. You have a responsibility at all. So if the small institution or a small institution like the National Service Authority, SA, or more within a year, Oware, Mustafa Yusuf, Gifty Oware, anyone who waka. To me, yes, irregularities, different levels of irregularities where then it tells me something, said that we are not safe as a country. Now, it is what it is. The forensic and technical audits of the National Service Authority reviewed 8 major categories of financial irregularities amounted to 2,448,202,404 Ghana cedis. 2 billion cedis. Do we have any idea of how much 2 billion Ghana cedis can do in our country? Do you have any idea? Now you say, payment without biometric verification. You say, Ghana spending over 989 million Ghana cedis. Not just say, to be a side way now. Then we are happy with it. You go to the next page. Now look at Enyema any conformer benefited from the system. Our Auditor General are spelling it out. Emma Ghana for you now who they wear. It's a hunu. Of course, we had them say, I didn't see, yes, I can make ya, and that's now. But I didn't see. Now, one of the issues, a payment to the national service personnel without biometric and or monthly validation. Eko kwasi 988,577,447 Ghana cedis were used in Guam. As of Ghana pay, yeah, you switch in Guam. You switch in Guam, a card. You switch in a card that a model and acquire your first ready to the national service a personnel of worker. One of the system. Any model like a fast with the national service person of worker. And a Ghana pay so another model. And a system a fast with the national service person of worker. It is say acquire a fast with the worker. Yet me verify. Yeah, biometric verification. But so many says the cano. Even though yet me a but yet the cano to yet my bosom and now cabetre and now say yeah for. That's the canon. Over 900 million Ghana cedis. Ayira, I say. Irregular deduction not accounted for. It is the National Service Authority for it me deducting you see can start time just about 559 Ghana cedis per. Or would be to take 559 Ghana cedis at a ticket. Emasicano could do about 28 million. I want your usage account to move. Wait, what will you switch card they be? You switch card and you switch machine. What will be that they be? You switch machine that one card and that's one. And yet to be verified, I am monthly validation. Name wom yet to be chess cano. I'm a bosom and a cabbage and a yet no more. Yes, see, a name won't be, but it's got there. I say, yate. Nakayo Magana. A Ghana pet. Zerakayo Magana Nakasadia when I got the way. Now, yes, number 3, the C. Irregular payment to former Director General Mr. Osei Esibe Entry. And now Mr. Esibe Entry Osei. 8 million. This is what has been captured by the Auditor General, and this is not just an audit report, but a forensic audit report. It will not go on. You see, 8,256,000 Ghana cedis. And the more says, say, what fire day? I don't see the national service, maybe. That is what they are trying to tell us. Say, national service, maybe. In his capacity as the former Director General, yes, so yeah, National Service Limited, yeah, Jessica 8.256 million Ghana cedis. Now, yeah, within 4 years, and yeah, 559 Ghana cedis. God will patch yes, I with me. 559 Ghana cedis. As at that time, and at the end of 700 Ghana cedis across. Because sometimes maybe a double transition from the 559 to 700 Ghana cedis. Granted, said there's 700 Ghana cedis. That's the 4 years I will buy more. Multiply 700 Ghana cedis by 12. Saying. Now let us all do our calculation. One for 700 cedis times 12. 8,400 Ghana cedis. Now we multiply by 4 years. Say. Fatuso no bia hubi. Fatuso na Ghana for in the home. Also for a calculator. For phone, now you calculator na that calculation way. 700 Ghana cedis times 4, 8,400. Multiply by 4 years. Say 33,600. So how come Osesibe was paid 8,256,000 Ghana cedis? How come? Somebody should explain to me, how come? This is according to the forensic report of the Auditor General. So how come? Obi chama so obi kasa bi chira me. Obi ma me ntide ma bi ase. Because when me ntase ye. Now, say even if say ni etua de ka or also as national service personnel and ye etua de ka 700 Ghana cedis impo within 4 years and every 500,000 Ghana cedis. So how come he was paid an irregular amount? Now, so this is the calculation. 700 Ghana cedis. Or multiply by 12 for 1 year. Now we are multiplied by 4 years. That is times 4. This is how much you get. Hey, Jesus Christ. This is a forensic report. Yeah, the number 200 for almost 1 year. And your 2025 audit report. Forensic audit report. Now me no can say, na Attorney General Honorable say, but this time or say prosecutor or say SB, na yenye MPP phobia, some previous or more jimu ha, no more work with Honorable, ya cho SB nti, cho boy, yay. It does not make sense because the top Sabia one Ghana city, Koko na yedede. Meanwhile, yet the attempt sika you say forensic report they say over 8 million Ghana cedis the attempt kwabrano only so no say they to me and the years so they no one accept na the person you dey kwakojina court ubenya MPP fo bi am say omo de ade no achia nti yemfa sa de no fa ye koye de wo hodo because ya che former director general of the National Service Authority wey Udi echira na wa mambra na ye na djuma na Attorney General also want fast track sa nema we ya you are failing the good people of Ghana so why nya in time I'm a God for nya tentrene no wa be ka brofo antime say the wheel of justice grandises slowly say whatever you call it na wa nya in time am kan tell me say san me say no ye nya in time. You are giving room for different levels of impunity in our system. Oh, my question conform more because a sensitive area like the National Service Authority, you want to pass your yes, I do mano. Now, yeah, they are boy or mine. Not a chrono dream, the catastrophe, say, of course, more. Not now, dear Attorney General. Then I ask myself, say, what are you doing? And some of these National Service personnel, just 500 Ghana cedis, 800 Ghana cedis, here, and it's so shocking. Godwin, me Paul, here, call page 8, Mommy, or call page 7. Now you call other irregularities, other financial irregularities, page 7. Title: Payments of NSS fund to internal staff. Tio, nipa no internal staff or National Service Authority dada. Emma, National Service Authority for asaso echie sika e de amasa nipa kore say onyi no ndi ne keke saa keke. Thank you very much. Now, was the gross irregularity totaled 2.5 billion Ghana cedis? The figure may change with the provision of sufficient and appropriate supporting evidences from respondents. The magnitude of these irregularities highlights systematic weaknesses in payroll control, database integrity, and vendor management, and underscores the urgent need for strengthened oversight and compliance mechanism within the National Service Authority. Now, you call the other financial irregularities. Number 1, payment to NSS fund to internal staff. It is the National Service Authority. Yes, say your terms as cannot be a brand. Oh, yeah, Juma, National Service Authority. One of us say, Sanka brand, no, quite find one and also try here. Only Mr. Jacob Jansen and Mr. Gezi Abraham Bismarck, Sika yede ma won o kan ni na bom a eye 20,234,468 Ghana cedis. 20 million choppable Ghana cedis. Eye all cedis o. Now, Mr. Jacob Yorsen, a former IT officer in the Northern Region, Onokwa receiving over 80 million Ghana cedis through his entity, Yansapo Company Limited, as a vendor. Was Mr. Gazi Abraham, our Bismarck, also your head of deployment, as also with vendor Gona Power. Also, I received over 1.4 million Ghana cedis via the Usage account. This is the details and the forensic report from the Auditor General. Now, number 2, unsupported payment to the National Service Personnel Association. And also, over 9 million, that is 9,276,553 Ghana cedis. Significant payments were made to the National Service Personnel Association during the period without formal agreement or memoranda of understanding between the National Service Scheme and the National Service Personnel Association, defining terms, purpose, scope, and conditions under which funds were transferred. There is no evidence of accountability or retirement of the funds by the NASPA leadership to justify how monies were applied. It is canon. And those times, it's in the National Service Personnel Association. No, leader. And then that's for the car. And over 9 million Ghana cedis. You trade them more become and you who be sense carry them. Number 3, enrollment and payment to National Service personnel with ineligibility or invalid ages. Just if you be more, yes, I be any. And also, you have 1.9 million Ghana cedis. Now, look at the details. Now, watch this. Personnel below the ages of 18 years were enrolled and paid allowances. Personnel above 60 years, some aged up to 1,027 years. Doctor, yes, I was out there with you. Nipa wadi 1,027 years. Obi wagana ha. Except otherwise. See, I can't say that because this is a forensic report from the from the Auditor General report. And then inciting and indicting the National Service Authority. It's more superior response to be a Mofamra. And as our report was also. And yes, okay, publish you. Yeah, the whole response is not for Nadia, but I'll give you details of those responses later. From Monday call. Yes, come down when if year 1,027 years. What you be a national service? I Ghana had me share the car. Yes, so be only 18 years. What you be a national service? I Ghana have me share the car. Obi a wako pension per our loss 60 years and above. What you are national service will come here and be a the car. Then you ask yourself one simple question. Yes, you Jimmy and I answer. Number 4. Go to Yanko. Deputy Executive Director on the NSP payroll, Miss Gifty Oware. Miss Oware Abuaji Gifty Efia. The Deputy Executive Director of the NSA, the National Service Authority, was enrolled on the 16th of March 2021 and placed on the NSS payroll as personnel. Jesus Christ. The Deputy Director General, I know you're in charge of operations. Yabame Gifty Oware Abuaji. Yes, say, Oba Yana Yadine to as deputy director no ye make a national service payroll ho I say from the 16th of March 2021 and they didn't do payroll so as a national service personnel despite already being a full-time salaried worker or public officer. And before say abai number ni ska etua de ka bosomia na national service so etua de ka as national service personnel dam where it is so we not the catch say Ghana for mo sorry o Ghana for mo sorry o ni enya nanche munim de o madwen e wo from ne atumi arentisik enyama de amount say mo kwe de for sali pakro we ya then it tells you say no we are not thinking outside the box. Yeah, Sasika we are yaka wasami. Udeti Satan no nasika na 559. Yankwaso. The enrollment was based on masters of was based on a master of public administration, that is MPA degree from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Just she was placed on the salary on the payroll and 100% of her monthly allowances for 12 months in the year 2021-2022 service period amounted to 6,708 Ghana cedis. Now, the breakdown is that Satan normally 559 Ghana cedis times 12 and was deducted and paid to a vendor through marketplace for a purported credit facility. It was the same way when you now saw the kwakwa jebo say the flow be one of the kwakwa on one business. Na Ghana for seven predecessor. Me ma me titi the board me akọ university. Seven koko suya de na me boa Ghana. Na me koya e ho no mo so so ya ba be pepa e de 1 year de beto no mo de aboa ba Ghana no. Na kwabra ne ti ho no wo se oboye kro no. She was enrolled as a service personnel along with 4,556 others. If you are not about for say you are not crack if you want to see horrible no. Yet the amount for 4,556 others and the kind of whole abusu be ade 559 Ghana cedis. Bosome. Now what the other crowd here? Now a very romantic position. Irregular costing was 899 Ghana cedis. That is 899,550 Ghana cedis. Now Mustafa Yusuf, the former sports minister, our free NSS happened of course sports ministry or no and they approve her pin. Or no Najetubu at the pen. And the see people so extra exercise and no catch and said give to worry you deserve that amount of money here for now. And no sign or the man on the 22nd of April 2021. Wondering, so as I did with all appendix OBS/15. You may call him Nyambo Monday. Yet your response, Abu Safa Yusuf Ademaye. You see, we cannot be in a country like this. I say, you're running a banana republic. I am so by now, the Attorney General, Nakasa Sebunaki, you can't really that but you did me a casa fufro. As I went a carry the dada, that can see Nakasembia in the fee. For the purpose of time, go to page 40, Mammy. That be fair, no. Page 40, that be fair, no. Now, go page 40, Doctor, I don't remember the breakdown of a Nkofua, ye chia or car. Yet to me and justify Akola wedi less than 1 year. Akola wedi less than 18 years. Pay more, I see wedi 1,027 years. Ni I did not to payroll so busumi biya ye tia the car. I will come how say. I don't your national service national service personnel. Now some predecessor. Obi hey, we are sick as a country. We are sick as a country. Nani pakwa say yetina, ni enya party faithfuls because of belonging to a certain political party. Ne mebro kwa jira o. So boy, yes hello, yes hele, yeah pdio, yeah pede. You see, when you do that without doing a proper analysis of it, now person tell me say Dabi, there is something wrong with you upstairs. Now page 40. Thank you. What I say ya, and then me do lunch ka. Now page 40. Share. Nyema ne ya reho mobo e say. Records showed negative ages such as less than 3 minus 3,000 and 3,968 years enrolled and paid allowances. A total of 3,607 payment transactions were associated with personnel within this questionable age bands. The cumulative amount paid to these age ineligibility personnel or national service personnel amounted to 1,973,583 Ghana cedis. Now, here are details. This so, Godwin, Madam Kosro, Madam Kosro, Mami Kosro. Me da say haya no brother kakra e form kakra bi. Aha. Now, the table below and the accompanying diagram shows a summary of age groups at the age range less than 1 year. The number of transactions are 26. It will be less than 1 year. You train perform back 26. Eka emane amount on the year 15,176 Ghana cedis. Yatima will be only less than only 1 year. But yatima man so only because Sadi Pakrono air national service. And ya botama na kaide bi. If not a country where she said ye nema air basa na kadi bi. Senya keta shishe and ye hiding behind our church, our mosque, and our traditional and neman yedi di boni and akadi ebiem. Akra only less than 1 year. Yes, says Akra or the national service in tea. Yet to be a transaction more than 26 times. And the young man was 15,176 Ghana cedis. So Unima Akra only less than say 1 year. I akra wadi be bosome miensa bosome mienu bosome nine bosome kron toto free what you anu fo anu o wotumi be national service wo krom ha ei no of us was ready Davio akra otu anu fo anu less than 1 year. Now Sakra wadi less than 1 year to year the national service will come hamani year. Eye Ghana pe. Akra wadi less than 1 year bi ni. Eye Ghana pe. Ewiampo onwe aye no watumi anantimpo. Onwe aye o. Ebi atra na obetena ase but onwe aye mpo no watumi anante. No yese sa akola we ye to be adi. Atibia wanyini akọ university akọ national service eme ye the details akọ national service authority mu eme ye tumi capture the din atro the din ema bosumi bia ye tua the car for 26 times ewo krom ha 26 times I say more than 2 years maybe why because 1 year 12 months 2 years 24 months to more than 2 years 2 years bosumi mienu. And you did talk less than Brad Jacopo. Yeah, Marco Ghana. Now, Mami Kobie, from 0 to 10 years, and Kuala Omunyandu to some Bafi, and Ishra Omunyandu 10 years old, but yes, some crown at me and Yini, I could invest a year, I must show your national service. I will come had say. I'm almost so crowd the number of transactions. 1,570 times. The number of transactions 1,570. Okasika a bobu at the maona. is about 889,977 Ghana cedis. I will cry a team where I see a friend of mine, Ghana. Only 9 years, only 3 years, only 5 years, or between that range. Within that range. Yes, it's a crowd way. Yes, it's a crowd way. Yet we are the car. Yes, a transaction for 1,057 times. Accra only 18 years. Below, from let's say from the age of 11 years to 17 years, only 18 years. Or to call baby, or call baby, SHS Kronya. Yes, it's a call way. Way, Sadia way. Yes, say, on also sort of near school. I'm yet to me, our National Service will come her. I'm yet to be a transaction about 778 times. I'm yet to work at 407,000 Ghana cedis. Over 407,000 Ghana cedis. That is the kind of 4 billion. Oh. That is the kind of 4 billion. And let me shock you the ball. Let me find you. The last part of it. Between the ages of 100 years, or be already 100 years, to 1,027 years. Yes, it's for the National Service will come. Hey!